Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal. I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. And shoot BK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move, let's it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Armed and tape, what was made for our sakes. March like a tank, one step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in the slave memoirs. Till Christ arrived, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull the trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, with need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say. Cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with the angels. Boy, I can't may be hard, but I can't give up. On my nigga hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with the angels. Boy, I can't be touched. Can't do in the clutch. They hate, but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight. I told you I can't be touched. Only angels walk at my pace. And I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of Numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144. I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for the crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betray your kind to get success. You make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be his life may be hard, but I can't give up. On my Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I got it touch. Hard, but I can't give up. I'm riding and go hard, and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched.
One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all stars. I coach him up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers. But I ride like I got group eyes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going on my Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The war heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire. But ran with me, and I had them niggas feel like a tire. Down the D, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because UP. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
All right, now. Shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shabbat, Thumb. To the brothers, shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Alathan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. To my sisters, this is Tuesday night brotherhood class, all right? We at the Ash BK, Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yana. We've been established since 1969, and since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. What is this truth according to the Bible? The truth, according to the scriptures, is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians descend from the greatest people to ever walk the face of planet Earth. All right. Now, we're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, Islam, Christianity, or any other wicked religion out there that people love to align themselves to. Okay. Tonight's topic is discipline yourself. Everybody understands what that means, self-discipline, discipline yourself. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes in a second. We're going to start off with a couple of scriptures to open up the class. If anybody got any questions, any questions at all, just type them down in the chat, throw them in the chat, and I will get with you as soon as I can, all right? Get with you as soon as possible. Let me see. In 1 second. Let's start in the book of Proverbs, all right? Let me see, it's too close. We'll start in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs, chapter 3, and verse 11. All right. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. All right. It says, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Don't hate when you get punished, or when you get corrected. Chastising means, you know what I'm saying, you get punished, corrected. You get you face the consequences for your actions. You face the consequences and repercussions for whatever you did, but don't be weary. Don't despise it. It's just like in the school, man. You do something wrong, you get checked. Just like the men above you, the Most High is going to check you. Just like the men above you in the school, when you mess up, you should expect to receive a checking. And guess what? You're expected not to despise it. You're expected not to hate your checkings. You understand? Not to be wary of your checkings. Of course, you're not going to like it. Why? Why shouldn't you like it? Because you know you messed up. All right. It should never be a pride thing to where you only don't like getting checked because you just don't like the way a brother talks to you when you get checked. And you just don't like for everybody to know that you messed up. You should take that in stride, right? Just like when the Most High corrects you, and you got to take that with your chin up and chest out, right? Okay, I see you, sis. You got to take that with your chin up and your chest out. Whatever you go through in life, and once you make the decision or make the choice to go against what you know that you were supposed to do or go against the grain and you face the consequences, you have to not despise it. You have to learn to accept it. And read 12 again, say, for whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. A lot of children don't understand why the people out in the world, the people they see outside on the block, everybody else's parents, you know what I'm saying, everybody else's family out in the world, if they don't talk to them the same way that their parents talk to them. Meaning what? They'll let you smoke weed as a child, as a 12-year-old, but your parent might try to take your head off for doing it. And they'll let you join the gang, but your parents tells you, hell no, you better never join a gang a day in your life. Or why? It's not because they love you more than your parents. It's the exact opposite. It's because your parents love you enough to never lead you down the wrong path. Your parents love you enough to never let you go astray from the life that you're supposed to live. They can see it. They see it coming before you even do. And us, so many times as children, we don't understand that fact. We don't understand the simple fact in life that you're not going to like when people want what's best for you. When people want what's best for you when you're a child, you see it as they don't want you to live your life. They don't want you to do anything. They hate you. They're jealous of you. When really they're trying to save you from yourself. All right. They know, you know what I'm saying, what selling drugs can get you. They know what being in the gang can get you. They know what all of these things can lead to. And they trying to save you from it, but the world is pushing you towards it, right? Just like the Most High is trying to save you from, you understand, a million years in jail, spend a life in jail. You understand? He's trying to save you from diabetes, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to save you from being with your oppressor. All of the laws in the Bible are meant to help you. They're meant for your benefit. Nothing in the Bible is meant to unalive you. These laws are meant for you to keep for your own benefit. He's trying to show you how to have brotherhood, how to get over a situation, how to believe on him and not show any fear and make it through whatever God puts in your way. All right. He's trying to correct you. And when you receive this correction, don't go astray. Don't turn away from the Most High because you're not able to deal with correction. You're not able to deal with a discipline. This should actually bring you closer to the Most High. Now, your mind, when you get corrected, okay, calm. Okay, I see what's going on. This is my time to get right. Now it's time for me to do better. Right? It's round 2 this time. This time I'm not going out without a fight. I'm going to fight against these demons. I'm not going to let these demons win and trick me out of the kingdom. All right? Just like in a parent relationship, a parent-child relationship, the Most High is trying to correct you and save you from harming yourself. And it says he loveth who he correcteth. See, now the people in the world who don't really love you, they gonna let you crash out and do 30 years in jail, 25 to life. They don't care. You know why? Because they're gonna use you for their own benefit. They're gonna use you to handle their problem. They're gonna use you for your money, for your resources, for your youth. They're gonna drain you dry. Right? And you're never gonna understand, and it takes us a long time to understand. We have to have experience before we understand. This is my thing that I always say, man. Let's just learn to do right the first time. All right. This is why I preach to my little brothers all the time, man. You have to learn to do right the first time. If you did right, you wouldn't have to get corrected. All right. Just like if you just clean up like when a child gets mad 'cause he can't go outside because the house ain't clean. Well, if you already cleaned up the house, you can go outside. And you wouldn't be mad if you did what you were supposed to do the first time. You understand? It shouldn't take for us to get shot, do prison time, our family to turn on us, and all the people in the world to hate us for us to want to do right by the Most High. You understand? We're going to drop that. We're going to go to now Proverbs chapter. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 24. All right. We're going to stay in Proverbs. We're going to go to chapter 24 real fast. We're going to go to verse 16. All right. This is Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 16. And it reads, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." See, it says a just man can fall 7 times. But what does a just man also do? It ain't about him falling 7 times. It's about him rising up again. You understand? It says, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. You can fall, you can hit hard times, man. You can feel like you can feel as bad as you want to. You made that mistake. You know the Most High is angry with you, is upset with you. You know you were never supposed to did that. You feeling like you will never do that again. Well, that's the first step you take to repentance. The first step you take to repentance is acknowledging that you was wrong. You understand? Just like in what is called a rehab. All right. When you're in drug rehab, they teach you the first thing is to acknowledge you have an addiction. First, you gotta acknowledge you have an addiction. You have to acknowledge that you have a problem. You do have a problem, and you have to admit it to yourself, right? You have to admit that you were wrong. Whatever you did, you understand it, you was wrong, right? Now, the second part of that is vowing to yourself, to the Most High, that you would never do it again. All right. See, this is where this is where a lot of people mess up at, right? Because they know they were wrong, but they don't admit and they don't promise that they'll never do it again. Instead of getting up that seventh time, instead of rising up again, they fall into mischief. Instead of rising up again from whatever sin they committed or whatever thing they did, they start to believe it's part of their character. They start to let whatever they did define them. You understand? Instead of believing and truly believing that whatever I did, that's not me. That's not who I want to be. That's not who I was raised to be. That's not how I want to be remembered. Instead, they fall into mischief. Now they do it even worse. Now they can't stop doing it. Man, everybody who smokes weed, man, is smoking weed. It starts off as, fun and games, whatever. And then you start to realize that you really shouldn't be smoking. And it comes a point in the time that in times you, even other drugs, man, let's just say drugs in general, it comes a point in the time where you doing them drugs, you're like, man, I really got to stop doing this. I cannot believe that I'm doing this drug, right? Now, you can either A, admit that you're addicted and turn away from it. This is your repentance. Admit that you're addicted and turn away from it and vow that you will never do it again, right? Or B, say that this is just part of your character and accept that you will be this way for life. There's nothing that you can do to stop smoking weed. And unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters always choose what? B. Now, what that does is your mind to believing that it was nothing ever wrong with what you did in the first place. There's nothing wrong with drugs. Now, you're going to say, God put this on earth for me. You know what I'm saying? People, they're going to say, I done heard a brother say that people in the Bible was saying, how else did they get prophecies? How else did they prophesy? They had to be high on drugs. You understand? They're going to say, weed is not a drug. They're going to say it's natural this and natural that. But in reality, it's killing you. In reality, it's hurting you. It's hurting your body. It's not good. It's you putting a foreign substance inside of your body, and it's unaliving you slowly. Right? Not only that, but once you even say you don't even try to stop, but you can't get to it, what do you have? Withdrawals. You understand? Nothing should have that much control over your body. This is where you lose discipline at. See, this is where you have to lock in at, man. These are the consequences and the punishments. Once you smoke that fentanyl, once it's laced, you understand? Once all of these things happen to you because of these drugs, man, that's when you have to accept that you are being punished because of what you did. That's when you have to accept that you didn't have the discipline or the faith to believe that you were better than the thing that you done, that you were bigger and more than the thing that you allowed yourself to become, right? Now, when the scripture says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief," guess what you are now? The wicked. You understand? Because you don't let yourself fall into mischief. You let yourself drink the Kool-Aid, man. Let yourself believe that this thing that you did is a part of your character. All right. And this is exactly what we have to fight against. Now, when you hear this and you go into the world, think about think about all the battles that our people have lost and they just stopped fighting against. You understand? They stopped fighting against gun violence, gangs. They stopped fighting against, you understand, homosexuality, OnlyFans, all these different things, man. Because it was that one person who fell into mischief. Because we couldn't get up as a just man and fight again, right? As a people, okay? All right. I won't stay on that scripture too long. Let's get Job. Let me see. Kind of real fast. I'm gonna get Job chapter 5 and verse 17, right? Whew. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 17. And it reads, "Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty." And you understand, reiterating what the first scripture said. It says not only this, don't not to despise or not to be wary of the chastening of the Most High, the correction of the Most High, but you should be happy. It says, "Happy is the man whom God corrected." You understand? See, now, if you that just man who got back up, you're gonna be happy that the Most High corrected you. You understand? If the Most High sent you out here being wicked, and He sent you away to jail, you understand? He did something to you, man. You got shot in the war. Something happened to you to made you be like, man, you know what? I will never do this again. I know it's a higher power. This happens a lot, man. This happened to I have to put his business out there, but this happened to my father, right? Happened to my father. You understand? Or anybody else who they get shot and then they live through this. They don't know how they made it, but they know that it's a higher power. They know that the Most High is the one who spared their life. You understand? They know the Most High is the one who spared their life. It says, "Happy is the man whom God corrected." Now you can live another day to say, "Damn, that YN on that block, that used to be me. That drug dealer, that unaliver, that rapper, that used to be me." All these different things, man. Now you happy that the Most High corrected you, and you can take pride in it, and you can take it with stride, man, and you can tell your story of how the Most High corrected you when you needed it the most, right? Let me see. All right, we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to Psalms 119 now. We'll go to Psalms 119 and verse Psalms 119 verse like 67. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 67. And it reads, Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Verse 38. Thou art good and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Verse 70. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. You understand? Their heart is fat as grease and greedy and selfish and wicked. It says, but I delight in thy law. You understand? Slacky. Say, but I delight in thy law. Verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. See, if you come into the truth, you come to the ISVK under Commander General. When you come to the school, man, you're going to learn that it was good for you that you have been afflicted. Why? Because now you found the truth. Now, all of the questions that you had in the world, you getting them answered now. All the mysteries that was in the world, man, you find your answers now. All of the heartbreak and trauma that you went through in that world, and you getting closure now. You getting understanding. You getting knowledge and stability, knowledge and wisdom. You understand? Scripture say, knowledge and wisdom will be the stability of thy time. You understand? Now your mind is not just wandering. You're not running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Now you have a direction and a sense of self, because you done came into the school and found a reason to keep going, right? All right, give me a second. Okay. When you done found the Most High and what he wants you to do, right? I'm gonna drop that real fast. We're gonna try to get out of these scriptures. Let me see. All right, now we're gonna get to 1 Corinthians. We'll get to 1 Corinthians. Anybody got any questions in the chat? Type them in the chat. It is a very crucial and important thing to ask questions when you're in class, right? It's a very important thing, man. I know all of you have questions. Everybody has questions. Now, now is the time to get them answered. When you get into these classes, make sure you ask questions, man. It is the perfect time. And not only is it good for you to ask them in a class for you, but it can be beneficial to somebody else in the same class or who may watch the class maybe now on a live stream or at a later date. It is very helpful for them because they might have the same question. You know what I'm saying? They might have the same question, and it's helping teach. It's helping teach more than one person. All right. But how is anybody going to learn if you don't ask questions? Right. Now, we in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. We're going to start in and go right to select it. We're going to read verse 27, right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 27. And it reads, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." You understand? Meaning what? Him keeping his body bringing his body under subjection. It says, "I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." It's him fighting his flesh, fighting his demons. You understand? Disciplining himself. It says, "Lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." Meaning what? I cannot preach to others and I'm a hypocrite. I cannot preach to others things that I need to learn again, things that I need to believe in, things that I need to do. All right? Christ said, "Why?" I'm paraphrasing. Christ said, "Why speakest thou to thy brother about the beam in his eye when you have a mote in yours?" All right? You can't tell somebody something that you don't believe. You can't tell somebody to do something that you wouldn't do. It's like me giving somebody orders that I know I would not follow. To be like, "Hey, go and go and go and slap your child." You know what I'm saying? You cannot be a hypocrite. Look, if somebody, say for instance, we seen Commanding General Hana or any one of their generals eating pork. You understand? What does that say about the rest of the school? What's gonna happen to the rest of the school, man? And we see them, you know what I'm saying? They get caught eating pork, smoking weed, and doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? What does that say about the integrity of the rest of the school? How would other brothers in the school feel? From the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men, even the sister. How would everybody else in the school feel if we've been told not to do all these things, and that God is with us if we keep all of these laws, statutes, commandments, and follow these orders, and we see the same ones who's teaching us do the exact opposite? You understand? How would we feel? How would you feel? You'll feel betrayed, won't you? You know what I'm saying? You'll feel betrayed, and you'll feel like you got stabbed in the back. All right? And that will that will put a stumbling block for everybody in the school who came and turn and get their life right with the Most High. They came and tried to come to the ISUPK to get right with the Most High and follow the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. Now, us being a hypocrite, you understand, can hinder other brothers who are really serious about being in the truth and knowing the truth, right? Says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, man. He has self-discipline. Bring your body into subjection, man. This can go a long way. You understand? Even outside of the scriptures, man, you get up every day and you have a routine. You have a face care routine. You get up, you brush your teeth and take a shower. All these different things, bringing your body into subjection. I know you don't want to do it sometimes, but you have to get used to this thing. You have to get used to getting up and not being lazy and not making excuses. Getting up early, going to sleep on time, working out, getting in the gym. All these different things, man, can help you in the long run. Not only will it help you, it will help the men up under you. It will help those who look up to you. All right? Because if they see you being lazy and doing a bare minimum, what does that give them room to do? That gives them all the room in the world to when you say that they're getting when I don't want to use weight for, you know what I'm saying, an example, but when you say that they are getting lazy, they can point the finger right back at you. Or when you say that they don't want to work, they can point the finger right back at you. So these things are not always about ourselves and being selfish. These things are to help our brothers and sisters. You understand? It's to set an example. You always want to set an example for those who may be watching, for those who may be following you, for those who may be even on the outside looking in the truth, and they think that, you understand, you the same person. They might think that you gonna fall off sooner or later. They might think you're not for real about this truth. You're not for real about keeping law, statutes, commandments. You that same one, you that same brother from 10 years ago that was in the projects, right? And they might think you the same person that you always been. But it's up to you to keep setting that example. Keep your body under subjection. Remain disciplined. Remain focused. Stay humble. You understand? Stay humble unto the Lord. And set a shining and bright example for those who may be willing or ready to come after you. You understand? And those who just need an example. Maybe me doing it won't be enough, but somebody in the world seeing you do it is gonna get them all the inspiration they need, right? So it's always a good and humbling thing to set an example for those who are watching. All right. I'm gonna drop that. Let me get okay, let me get I don't want that. Titus. Let me see. Let's see. So teaching us that that's in the verse that the president Shalakia. Let's get Galatians. Let's get Galatians chapter 5 and verse 16. So the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse 17. And it reads, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. You understand? It says, for the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Your spirit is one thing and your flesh is another. You understand? Your spirit should want to fight against your flesh. Your flesh is not fighting against your flesh and doing things that your flesh would want you to do would be the thing that Shalom Lord Christ says. How you doing? Yeah, kind of sis. Not fighting against your flesh will have you do all the things contrary to the Bible. See, now your spirit wants to do good. Your spirit wants to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Your spirit wants to be closer to the Most High. But your flesh is the thing that keeps you away from the Most High. You understand? Your flesh want to get high. Your flesh want to be selling drugs. You want to set a bad example for the youth. You want to say, I want to sleep with all the women and not take care of my children. But your spirit is stronger than your flesh. Should be stronger than your flesh. And once you discipline yourself enough and learn to find yourself and learn the willpower it takes to serve the Most High, regardless of what your flesh wants you to do, you won't learn self-discipline. All right? Shalom, so you got any questions?
Sir.
All right. Now, I don't know if I seen you did check in the class, but we was just talking. I'm teaching basically on self-discipline. All right. Just basically self-discipline, getting a few scriptures. I done went through God's discipline, the Most High's discipline. I done went through. Right now, I'm currently going through self-discipline, and then I'm gonna get into. If I got time, I might try to end this right at 8. I'm gonna go to kind of discipline that a parent should have towards his child. Right. Okay.
Yeah. We're following along.
Okay, kind of.
So I think you in 2 Corinthians.
Okay, I'm in Galatians 5 and 17 right now. We was dropping that. We're gonna get we're gonna get Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 24 now. Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 24. All right, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 13 verse 24. And it reads, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. You understand? It says, he that spareth his rod hateth his son. You ever heard this growing up in the Christian church? You done heard this a lot, huh? Say, he that spareth his rod hateth his son. Now, why is that? Seth?
It's like the third one, because they will use it, like if you didn't discipline your children or if you didn't get them like you didn't love them, like if you didn't correct them by like spanking them, things like that you didn't, like you didn't love your children.
All right. Like you just don't care about the behavior that they got. You don't care about the things that they do in the world. See, now a child is gonna hate that. A child gonna hate when you correct them. It's a scripture. It says, for no chastening for the present may seem joyous, but grievous. Paraphrasing, meaning it may seem good not to get corrected now, but it's gonna be grievous because in the end, it's gonna come back and bite you. In the end, you gonna wish that you had somebody. You ever heard somebody say they wish they had a father in their life? They wish they had somebody in their life to tell them right from wrong. Everybody knows right from wrong, but it's the fact that they need their father to tell them. They need their mother to tell them. They need somebody who they respect and can honor to tell them. You understand? Because nobody wants to listen to somebody tell them stop smoking weed who still smokes weed. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about being fat. A young girl won't hear nothing about being fast if all they see is a mother being fast. They not gonna want to hear a hypocrite tell them how to do anything. So it has to be from somebody who they can honor, somebody who they can respect or look up to. You understand? Maybe the things that my little brothers, what I tell them to try to correct them, maybe it goes in one ear and not the other because their father ain't telling them. You know what I'm saying? It's important for the children to see an example of the person that they trying to be, or the person that they want to be. They want to be like this, well, they have to see an example of it. If everybody doing the same thing, then they're gonna turn into everybody else. They're gonna turn into everybody else, man. If everybody in their hood is selling drugs, like, say for instance, where I come from, right? Nobody had a job. Having a job, you look crazy. Getting up and working every day, putting on your outfit for slavery every day, you're gonna look like an outsider, a weirdo, kind of, so to speak. And that's only because of the way we was conditioned. Everybody else around is doing all the same thing. So of course a child is not gonna see the one who's going to work and say, I want to be just like him, because he's an oddball. The child is gonna want the person who's a gangster tell them how to be a gangster. You know, you ever seen the movie? I think it's called Bronx Tale.
No, I don't see.
It's a movie called Bronx Tale. He would never listen to his daddy. This child, it's like he starts off as a child. He didn't care what the hell his dad had to say, because everybody around him was an Italian gangster. Everybody around him had respect and money and power. And he knew the only way to get this, he would have to be a mobster.
I seen it.
You seen it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He said, we're not gonna call you, he had some long name. He said, we're not gonna call you that no more. We're gonna call you C. See, they can make them feel special too. You feel special when you hear the older people in the older crowd talking about, oh, that young, when YNs hear somebody call them a YN, they love it. Oh, here go them YNs. Oh, let me get back in my car. They love it because somebody's showing them attention. They think that this is what life is supposed to be like. Everybody, kids that's 15, 16 don't wake up out of nowhere and go outside in 100-degree weather with a black hoodie on. They see an example of it. That's what everybody tell them they are. That's what everybody tell them YNs are. So what are they gonna do? And what they know. They're gonna do what they see. And if they don't have an example in the house to tell them different, they're gonna drink the Kool-Aid. Everybody does, and it's not nothing new, right? And it takes for them to go and get. What do you think it takes for somebody to want to stay out the streets?
Someone teaching them something different,
Mm-hmm.
showing them a different type of attention.
Mm-hmm. When is they gonna want to seek that attention?
When they probably in trouble.
When they in trouble, every time. So it's when that correction come in. You're gonna have to get shot first. You're gonna have to go to jail first. You're gonna have to go through something traumatic. You're gonna have to lose your loved ones. Like, this is rapper, you know who G Herbo is. I'm pretty sure you know. You know what I'm saying? G Herbo, everybody can't stand G Herbo because he did all this rapping and made a living off of rap and drill rap and violence. But now he don't want to go back to the hood. Now he don't want to pay everybody court fees. He don't want to be a gangster no more. And he say it all the time. And now they hate him for it because he's trying to change his life. They like, man, how you get to change your life and so them that grew up off your music is dead. They grew up off your music and you led them the wrong way, but now you want to change your life. What you can kind of understand it from a street perspective, right? You can understand it from a street perspective, but they got to realize that he didn't know no better either. He didn't know no better either, and once he got out of it and seen that other side, the grass was greener. It feel good not to watch, not to look over your shoulder and feel like you're gonna lose your life all the time, and feel like you have to do it. You have to live a certain lifestyle, especially when you get older and get kids. I don't have kids, but I can understand how when somebody got something to live for, they don't want to die in the streets. They don't want to die in the streets doing something that's unprofitable. They can't leave their kids nothing behind. And they tell these kids, Ron Wave said, how you telling me to trap or die, but you telling your son to go to college? Talking about Jeezy. Or Jeezy got out here and learned that I don't want to trap or die. You know what I'm saying? It's something for me to live for, right? And this is what we got to understand when I say you have to do right the first time. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a fight. Like the scripture said, you're going to battle against your flesh. And you understand, your spirit wants to do right, but your flesh does not. You're going to battle demons. That demon, I always describe them as, you know how they say you got an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other? Man, that angel is telling you, man, just go to school, get good grades, man, go to college, get a job. That devil is telling you to crash the hell out. You know what I'm saying? It's saying, don't nobody love you. You know what I'm saying? Just get out here and get it. Get rich or die trying. We all living like that. We all living like get rich or die trying, and people don't care no more, right? And it gets to a point where after so long of living like that, you're going to want to finally find the Most High. You're going to want to finally find them, but the ones who look up to you, when you change, ain't going to love you no more. Because you done set this example of get it out the mud, right? That's exactly what's going through, what G Herbo is going through. That's exactly what a lot of brothers is going through when they try to change themselves, right? I seen my father actively. I seen it. That's why I can firmly say that he's the most honorable man I know. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen how hard it was for him to fight his battles and his demons, and now he in the truth. I know how he used to be. My father got shot 18 times, you know what I'm saying? Got hit by 18-wheeler, been in the streets all his life. But I can see why he was so hard on us now. I can see why he corrected us now. He said, if I ever catch you selling drugs, I'm gonna come rob you. That's what kind of brother my daddy was in the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, by any means, he was gonna keep us the hell away from it. And we thought he hated us. We thought, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga he just don't want to see me shine. Grew up seeing him in rap videos, used to rap, do all this and that and the third. So that's what we wanted to do. And we couldn't understand it except this new version of him, why he wanted to change his life. Until we went through it, and now you're grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? But thank the Most High, it didn't take for us to go to jail for the rest of our life to see it. Or getting shot, or stabbed, you know what I'm saying? For us to realize that life is bigger than the streets, right? Life is bigger than today. You know what I'm saying? You got something to live for, and you got people to live for, right? But what was that scripture? Proverbs 13 and 24. I'm reading one more time. It say, "He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes." My daddy never put his hands on us, but it felt like he would. You know what I'm saying? It definitely felt like he would. And now I can see that's only because he loved us. And if he didn't, he would let us go through the same thing that he went through. And that's all that he was trying to avoid. And the Most High, man, the Most High done seen everything under the sun. And he knows how the world is. And he's trying to save you from your own sin. He knows where it leads to. You understand? So when he corrects you, he's not doing it out of hate. He's doing it out of love, right? Now, I'll probably get one more. Let me see. Oh, I got a lot of these scriptures like that, man. Let me see. Right. Uh, let me see. All right, I'm gonna get Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6. The book of Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 6, and it reads, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. A lot of things that my pop said to me, I ain't never run away from. I ain't never depart from it. I remember when I was young, he told me, going around sleeping with whores is a sin. He said, going around just having sex is a sin. I ain't never depart from that. Once he said that, something clicked in my head because he's somebody who I can honor. And he's somebody who I seen. I didn't understand why he ain't eat pork. I didn't know what a Hebrew Israelite was. But I seen him stop eating pork, celebrating holidays to the point me and my brothers have stopped doing it. We didn't know it was in the scriptures. We didn't know it was in the Bible. But we followed after his example. And it says he would train up a child in the way that he should go, and he will not depart from it. Even if you don't have a father in your life, right? This is where, how they say it takes a village. This is where that village should kick in at. See, now if I go out there and I'm a 14-year-old and I lean on my village out there right now, I'm gonna come back home with a gun. I'm gonna come back home with a Glock with a switch, you know what I'm saying, with drugs to sell, you know what I'm saying, with illegal handgun and everything, man. Or I might not make it home if I lean on that village out there right now. You understand? When it says it takes a village, we have to stand for something. You understand? We can't be enablers. We can't love the drug dealers and the murderers and hate the man who gets up and goes to work every day. The man who actually take care of his family. We can't love the rappers and trap stars and all of that and hate the man who works in the field. You know what I'm saying? Hate the man who get out and cut grass. We can't have it both ways. All right. Now that village, we have to be stronger as a people to understand what it takes. Until we can be a people that we don't have nothing, we ain't got nowhere to sleep, we ain't got no food, but we will not go against the Most High. We're not gonna understand what a village is. You know what I'm saying? And that village I have to be like at the Passover. You got children, one thing for sure. At that Passover, they gonna be keeping them laws. Or you gonna hear about it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be keeping them laws, eating clean, being clean, or you're gonna hear about it. And that's what the village is supposed to do. Right? Now I can't lean on the world. I don't trust nobody in the world with my little brother now. I wouldn't trust nobody in the world with my niece, you know what I'm saying? With Kabaswan's newborn daughter. Because the village out there in the world that we're supposed to have is non-existent. You understand? And they are like wolves ready to attack. And it's not safe out there in the world. So what we have to do, even if it's not your own blood child, man, you should try to set an example and at least tell them right from wrong. You understand? At least tell them right from wrong so they know if nobody ever told them the right thing, you did. And they'll be grateful for it. What it takes for them to be in life, reflecting, being in jail for life, reflecting on it, or they do right when you tell them. They gonna remember that you stood firm on what you believe. You wasn't the one who said, okay, you want to be in the streets? Let me tell you how to do it. Tell them, get the hell out of them streets. You understand? Don't be the one to go and enable it. But with that, I ain't have no more. Since there is anything you want to add on, you had any questions, you know what I'm saying? If not, Oh, you in the class? Okay, concepts. All right, let's see. King Denny, young man Dennis. Snap! I see no young man in the chat. Shalom, Lord of Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Yashabrakatah. Young man Dennis. All right. Like that, we're going into class. This is the ASBK Israelite School Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, York, under Commander General Hanna. We've been established since 1969. And since 1969, we're teaching the truth according to the Bible. What is this truth according to the Bible? The truth is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians descend from the greatest people to walk the face of planet Earth, right? We're not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, Islam, Christianity, or any other wicked religion out there. It's Tuesday night brotherhood class, preaching officer fire in the Kanaka, and that's my time. So.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.